Have you ever heard those words, "Hey, mind if I swing by?" and felt your stomach twist like a knot in a rope? You nod. You say, "Of course, come on over." But deep down, a quiet panic stirs. Your mind races, the dishes in the sink, the book scattered on the coffee table, the invisible shield around your space suddenly cracking. If that hits home, you're in good company. Millions feel it too. And today, we're unpacking the psychology behind why some people dread having guests over, even when those guests are loved ones. It's not about being unfriendly. It's deeper. It's about the soul's need for sanctuary. Let's start with the basics. Home isn't just walls and furniture. For many, it's a fortress of calm in a chaotic world. Psychologists call this territoriality, that innate drive to claim and protect personal space. Think of it like a bird's nest. Safe, familiar, yours. When a guest arrives, no matter how welcome, they bring the outside in. Footsteps echo differently. Conversations fill the air. Suddenly, your domain feels shared. And for those wired this way, sharing equals vulnerability. It's not rudeness. It's self-preservation. Imagine this, you're an introvert, recharging after a long day. The world demands energy, smiles at work, small talk with neighbors. Home is where you unplug. No performances. Just you. But a knock at the door. The mask slips back on. You become the host, offering drinks, guiding conversations, ensuring comfort. That effort, it drains. Social battery theory explains it. Extroverts gain energy from interactions. Introverts spend it. So, even a short visit feels like running a marathon on empty. You love your friend. You enjoy the chat. But afterward, exhaustion lingers. Relief floods in as the door clicks shut. Now, let's dive deeper into the emotional layers. Some people associate home with control. Every pillow fluffed just so. Every routine uninterrupted. Guests disrupt that. A psychologist might point to attachment styles here. If you grew up in a secure home, guests might feel like fun additions. But if childhood meant unpredictability, maybe parents who argued when company came, or homes where visitors meant chaos, adulthood echoes that. A doorbell rings, and old tensions resurface. Your body remembers. Heart rate quickens. It's not about the guest. It's history whispering warnings. Philosophically, this ties into the human quest for authenticity. Think of Jean-Paul Sartre's idea that hell is other people. Not in a misanthropic way, but because others force us into roles. At home alone, you're free. No judgments. No expectations. You can wear mismatched socks, eat cereal for dinner, dance to bad music. Guests, they bring observation. Even kind eyes feel like spotlights. Stoic philosophers like Epictetus would nod. They preached controlling what's yours, your mind, your space. Inviting others in risks losing that grip. It's why some prefer neutral grounds. A coffee shop, public, equal. No invasion of the sacred. But wait, there's more. Let's talk about sensory overload. For highly sensitive people, HSPs, as Elaine Aron describes, the world bombards with stimuli. Sounds, smells, lights, they all amplify. Home is dialed down, soft lighting, familiar scents, quiet hums. A guest introduces variables. Their cologne clashes. Their laughter echoes. Even positive energy overwhelms. It's like turning up the volume on a radio already too loud. Studies show HSPs make up 15 to 20% of the population. They process deeply, feel intensely. So, hosting isn't just tiring, it's overstimulating. They might smile through it, but inside, they're counting minutes until solitude returns. Consider cultural angles too. In some societies, hospitality is a duty. Think Mediterranean or Middle Eastern cultures, guests are honored, homes open wide. But in individualistic ones, like parts of the West, personal space reigns supreme. If you're from the latter, or even if you're not but value privacy, clashing expectations add guilt. You think, I should enjoy this. Society says hosting builds bonds. Media portrays lively gatherings as ideal. Yet, you crave quiet. That disconnect, it breeds shame. But psychology reassures, it's okay. Preferences vary. No one's broken for needing alone time. Let's explore real-life examples to make this tangible. Picture Sarah, a graphic designer in her 30s. She adores her friends, weekend brunches out are her jam. But at home, it's her creative cocoon. Sketchbooks everywhere. Music playlists curated for moods. When her best friend drops by unannounced, Sarah's warmth is genuine. They laugh, share stories. But as the visit stretches, anxiety builds. When will they leave, she wonders. Not because she's bored, because her mind needs reset. Post-visit, she tidies obsessively, reclaiming control. Sound familiar? Or take Mike, a teacher with anxiety roots in a noisy childhood home. Guests meant cleaning frenzies, forced politeness. Now, even planned visits trigger prep stress. He overthinks, is the house clean enough? What if conversation lags? Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, helps folks like Mike reframe. It's not catastrophe, it's temporary. But understanding the root, that's key. Philosophy chimes in. Aristotle's golden mean suggests balance. Love people, but honor your limits. Now, what about the flip side? Some thrive on hosting. For them, guests energize. Home becomes a hub of connection. Psychologists link this to extroversion or secure attachments. They feel expanded, not invaded. Comparing isn't helpful, though. It's not better or worse, just different. If you're the hater type, know this: boundaries aren't barriers. They're bridges to healthier relationships. Communicate them kindly. I love seeing you, let's meet at the park. It preserves friendships without sacrificing peace. Delving into neuroscience, the brain plays a role. The amygdala, our fear center, might light up at intrusions. For solitary souls, dopamine rewards alone time, reading, meditating, simply being. Guests shift to serotonin from social bonds, but if that's not your primary fuel, it falls flat. Mirror neurons make us empathize, absorbing others' energies. Empaths especially feel this, absorbing moods like sponges. Home alone, no absorption, pure recharge. Philosophically, solitude has champions. Thoreau retreated to Walden Pond for self-discovery. He wrote, "I never found the companion that was so companionable as solitude. It's not loneliness, it's richness." In a hyper-connected world, social media pinging constantly, home as haven is vital. Without it, burnout looms. Studies from the American Psychological Association link chronic social fatigue to depression, anxiety. Protecting space, it's mental health 101. But how to cope if you must host? Strategies abound. Set time limits up front, come by for an hour. Prep mentally, visualize the visit's end. Create guest zones to contain disruption. Post-visit rituals, a bath, journaling, reclaiming calm. Therapy like mindfulness teaches presence without overwhelm. Philosophers like Marcus Aurelius advise, focus on what you control, your response. Here's a deeper truth. Hating guests doesn't mean hating people. It's loving yourself enough to guard your essence. In a world pushing constant connection, honoring solitude is radical self-care. You can be kind, generous, deeply connected, and still sigh in relief when alone. That duality, human. Let's tie in evolutionary psychology. Ancestors in caves guarded territories for survival. Resources scarce, intruders risky. Modern brains echo that, guests as potential threats to resources like energy, time. It's wired, not willful. For parents, this amplifies. Home with kids is already shared. Adding guests, overload squared. Or for remote workers, home blurs work life. Guests blur further. Culturally, shifts happen. Post-pandemic, many value home more, its refuge after isolation fears. Yet, some emerged craving company, others, deeper solitude. If you're nodding along, reflect. When did this start? Childhood. A bad experience? Awareness breeds compassion, for yourself, for guests who don't get it. In closing, there's beauty in this trait. It fosters depth. Solitary people often think profoundly, create vividly, love intentionally. Home as sanctuary nurtures that. You don't need to change. Embrace it. Love fiercely from afar, or in doses. Protect your peace, it's yours. So, do you feel this way? Share in the comments, what's your guest horror story, or coping tip? Subscribe for more dives into the mind's quiet corners. We unpack the everyday with empathy. See you next time.